What is up, Janksters? Today we have a very fun deck for you. Insidious Roots. That's the name of the game here. And we're using Insidious Roots alongside a suite of cards that synergize with it to produce a really powerful engine that is able to win the game pretty much directly on the spot. And the key piece amongst them is Osteomancer Adept. This little bone wizard is just, honestly, in my opinion, a fine card from Bloomburrow, but it's pretty narrow in its application. This isn't one that you just want to slot into every black deck. However, in this deck, it's going to be fantastic. It gives you an ability that lasts for the entire turn, even as board states change. It doesn't matter. If you activate this, you have the ability to cast any creature out of your graveyard for its mana cost, as long as you forage in addition to its cost. So foraging is either sacrificing a food or exiling 3 other cards from your graveyard as you're casting the spell. And so it's pretty fantastic alongside Insidious Roots because it gives us an opportunity to cast creatures from our graveyard. And in the process of casting those creatures, we can exile creatures as well, which gives us additional Roots triggers. Now, Insidious Roots, if you're not familiar, it's an enchantment that gives you a plant token. Carries a whole bunch of stuff with it. Whenever a creature card leaves your graveyard, you create a plant token that's an 0/1, but then you put a counter on every plant you control. So as you can imagine, they grow over time and you get a lot of them as you go. But it also gives your tokens the ability to tap for mana, which is pretty fantastic. In the case of the Osteomancer, as we're exiling cards from our graveyard, you'll notice that Insidious Roots says whenever 1 or more creature cards leave your graveyard. The reason that that's relevant is if you exile 3 creatures to satisfy a forage effect, you only get 1 plant. So, because it just sees all of them leave simultaneously. Now, of note, if you're casting a creature from your graveyard and then you exile 3 cards, if one of those is a creature, those are considered 2 separate instances. The instance of the cost to pay for the card and then the card itself. Those count separately, and so that'll get you 2 triggers. So that's ultimately what we want to do the majority of the time that we're getting our engine going. So Osteomancer is a key piece of that. The other key element is Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler. If we can get those 3 pieces online, Insidious Roots, Osteomancer, and Tyvar, we probably have the game. It's really that simple. And so if you can Insidious Roots on 2, into Tyvar on 3, that's going to set up an engine that's going to be absolutely just bananas. The reason that's relevant is Tyvar gives all of our plants the ability to tap for mana the turn they enter. You can also tap the Osteomancer and activate its ability the turn it enters. And Tyvar's down tick puts some material in the graveyard and allows you to pull a creature back out. So it allows us to bring the Osteomancer back out from the graveyard, or something like a Snarling Gorehound, which is another key element of our engine. Snarling Gorehound is a 1-drop that says whenever a small creature with power 2 or less, enters the battlefield, you surveil 1. Notably, all of these plants that are entering as 0/1, so that triggers Gorehound, and it's giving us a chance to surveil. 95% of the time, we are going to just simply dump that card directly into our graveyard because that's giving us material in our graveyard and more creatures in our graveyard that we can use to keep the engine moving. So we tap the plants that we're generating for mana, and we use that mana to cast creatures from our graveyard and also exile other creatures from our graveyard as we're going. We basically mill out our entire deck this way and create a gigantic board state. Now, you'll notice that the haste that Tyvar gives only allows us to activate abilities. It doesn't let our tokens attack or any of our creatures attack the turn they come down. And so we have this gigantic board state, but then what? You might be thinking, wait a minute, if I need to then untap and attack, if our opponent has like a Sunfall or a temporary lockdown, all of this is for nothing. And that's true. So have fun, everybody. No, I'm kidding. We have an answer to that, and that's Voldaren Thrillseeker. You'll notice that we only have 1. You'll also notice that we don't have any red mana in the deck. The reason for that is our plants are tapping for mana of any color. So as long as we have the Insidious Roots down, we can generate a red off one of our plants. So easy peasy there. And the thing that works with the Voldaren Thrillseeker is we use it to back up our biggest plant after we've done the whole thing. If we've looped through our deck, we've gotten multiple copies of Insidious Roots down, hopefully, we're able to create this gigantic army that is absolutely massive. We drop the Voldaren Thrillseeker on our biggest plant, which is often over 20 power. You know, oftentimes around 25, 27, somewhere in there. We give that the Voldaren Thrillseeker backup ability and then immediately tap one of our plants to pay for the 1 mana, and then fling it directly at our opponent's face. So a lot of the times opponents will let this go through only to watch them get a gigantic plant flung at them at the last minute. It's very satisfying, not gonna lie. So we are designed for best of 3. Oh, one other card that's key in our engine that I didn't mention is the Bonecache Overseer. This little 1-drop is excellent because if our engine is moving, it basically just says tap, draw a card. And so we can tap it to just draw a card. And so the way that works is as we're using our Gorehound and as we're getting all those surveil triggers, if we spot an Insidious Roots or a Tyvar or something else of value, usually Insidious Roots, like that's the one card that we don't want to just chuck into our graveyard immediately if we see it 9 times out of 10. If we see Insidious Roots on the top, here on Arena, you go into full control mode, so control shift to hold full control. And then before the next surveil trigger resolves, you put the Bonecache Overseer tap on the stack, draw the Insidious Roots, then keep surveilling and keep milling. And then when the stack is empty, you play out the Insidious Roots. And now, as you're doing your engine, you're double dipping on all those Roots triggers. You stacking those up just makes it go by so much faster. It's very, very strong. And Bonecache Overseer gives us that opportunity. So we are optimized for best of 3. You'll notice there's one key piece missing in the main deck, and that is Agatha's Soul Cauldron. This is a very, very powerful effect that does give us an opportunity to put the Voldaren Thrillseeker under it and give it to all of our plants. And so we can just throw all of them. That's really, really valuable against a deck that's gaining a lot of life to make sure that we can still generate enough mana to get it done. You can also use it with Osteomancer and the Overseer to turn all of your plants into card draw engines or the Osteomancer engine. So this is good, obviously. It's a very, very powerful card. However, the one thing about Agatha's Soul Cauldron is that it is a mythic, and in paper, it's about $30. Now, we're on Arena. Who cares what the paper cost is? Well, I do. I'm actually in the process of building this deck in paper because with that exception, and we have 2 in the sideboard, you'll notice. With the exception of Agatha's Soul Cauldron, the entire deck is worth about $50 as of this recording. The entire deck. It's less than a copy of Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Now, in paper, this is going to be a bear to keep track of all these triggers. Like, be aware of that. That is what it is. But with enough plant tokens, with enough spin down D20s, you can make it happen. And I enjoy the idea. The deck feels really, really good to me. And so I'm going to be doing that. And so Cauldron's not going to be part of the deal because of the price. But I also just don't think it's necessary. There are plenty of games where it's not going to be valuable. And so I have it in the sideboard specifically against decks that are gaining a lot of life or decks that want their graveyard to be able to do stuff like reenact the crime and whatnot. Because being able to pinpoint graveyard removal is really important there. Other sideboard inclusions, we are working with Cut Down, Haywire Mite. So we have Cut Down and Anoint with Affliction. The reason that Anoint with Affliction is in the sideboard is specifically Heartfire Hero. That little mouse is all over the place. You need to exile that sucker. If that death trigger goes off, you're probably going to die if the decks with it are using its thing. But if you can exile it before it does a significant amount of damage, that deck gets, like, it gets hurt really, really badly. So that's in the sideboard. I currently have 2. I'm thinking about adding more. Harvester of Misery is a 2 in the main and then 2 in the sideboard as well, specifically for that purpose as well. Being able to just pick off those little things and reduce their power on the way out. Very, very powerful in that regard. Very, very nice. Haywire Mite. Honestly, I bring Haywire Mite in almost every game 2 and 3 because people run Graveyard Hate against this. Going up against Rest in Peace and whatnot, that Haywire Mite is just absolutely clutch. It's also fantastic against Domain, pop up the Beanstalks, and the Leyland Bindings and the like. Temporary Lockdown is also very popular right now because of how many tiny weenie decks are running around, and that hurts us real bad. And so having an answer to that is pretty darn clutch. If you wanted to add more of those to the main, I certainly couldn't blame you. All right, so let's run this thing out. The gameplay that you're about to watch has been recorded on my live stream. It's funny, actually, as of right now, I haven't played those games yet as of this recording. Normally I have, but not this time around. So we'll see how it goes. I have a feeling we're going to be popping off because right now I've gotten about, 17, 18 matches in with this, and I'm rocking about a 66% win rate. So we're winning 2/3 of our games thus far. Climb my way out of Platinum, we're into Diamond. Let's see if we can keep the momentum moving. Also, a huge shout out to my editor, Decrepit73, and a huge shout out to my patrons. Y'all are amazing. You rock. Let's get some gameplay. I wanted to believe for a second. At the very least, you gotta try. You gotta stick around. You gotta draw the cards, see if maybe there's a chance. And yep, that deck just got out ahead, and that was that. Yeah, that Golgari deck, there's a reason it's so popular. I think one of the big things is it's consistent, it's very strong, and it's super duper simple. It's a very straightforward thing. If an opponent puts down a threat, you kill it. If they don't, you put down your threat, you punch. Like it's very straightforward. Which I don't mean that in any kind of disparaging way. There's value. There's a lot of value in that. I'm gonna hang on to the Rustables. Let's do this. Yeah. You never give up, never surrender. Exactly. You gotta hang on. You gotta draw the cards. You gotta see. Don't early scoop. Never crop Dre's been. You managed to sell your old TV. Fifth year new TV. Oof. But hey, you're getting some value off it. That's good, right? It's another Golgari deck. Okay. Timber, hello. Follow question. Meet any unique opponents today? Timber, well, I've ran into a couple of folks. We went up against swoops earlier. That was fun. It's honestly been these Golgari decks and mouse aggro. Like, all of it. Forever. That's it. That's just the deck. Those are the decks that I've seen. So, like, unique opponents? Nah, not really. You know? Yeah, bring the Cankerbloom back to hand. And bats. Well, we've went up against bats like once earlier. We actually haven't seen bats much today. Come on in, buddy. Welcome to my face. Schisms. Congratulations, Schism. All right. Cool. So, when they attack with the Preacher, we can defang it and kill it, which is good. What you going for? A Planty Droppa? That's exactly right. I like that. Oh, else got Indian food for night? Good call. That's never a bad idea, for the record. Indian food? Never a bad call, in my opinion. Aha! Yep, I'll make that trade. That Preacher dies. Alright. Well, we've got trace things in the yard. Probably should have thrown the Blooming Marsh, but nah, that'll be fine. Famous last words. The reliability with which Tyvar exiles our Insidious Roots is pretty damn frustrating, if I'm honest. Nah, cancel that. Let's get this Bonecache homie back. I don't think the Cankerbloom's going to be that important in this matchup. Well, they run Hand Hate. So I'm going to leave the Roots on top. Yeah, Tyvar's not a team player. Not always. No, it doesn't seem like that's his jam. Which, gotta be honest, kind of annoying. It's like, come on, man. Help us out. Work with us here, bud. Yeah. Brasky, hey now. You know, I too treasure Tyvar. I get it. Or not Tyvar, Rutstein. I do treasure Rutstein. I understand. All right, cool. Yeah, so netted 1 in the yard. Bit unimpressive, unfortunately. Pop, pop. Get it, get it. All right. So you draft for a whole month and don't craft cards? Yeah. Your account's 100% free to play? Nice. Yeah. So how do you get that Vroska to 9 points to actually use the last ability? Yagaduku, Innkeeper's Talent. If you maximize Innkeeper's Talent, get it all the way to level 3, it's a one-shot kill. Other than that, you generally have to like proliferate a whole crap ton, which is also very doable. Very, very possible. Excuse me. Another Preacher? Sure, 3 Preachers with Schism. The fact that that's just an example of what a 3-drop black card looks like what other, like every other color is behind the 8-ball. Insane. Absolutely insane, in my opinion. So I got 3 cards in the bin. I could downtick Tyvar, bring back at least a Bonecache Overseer, if not something better. And our Adept might be able to do some stuff for us. You know what? I think I have to do that. It sucks. Okay. Yeah, we need to... This is going to allow us to put some material in the yard, and it's a lot of material we don't need, so... Okay. Okay. Crack this. Let's go... Rustables. Gonna exile... Well, 2 of our land, and then... Our little Bonecache homie. Cash grab might actually be worth it here, but I'm gonna keep things moving. There we go. That right there is what's up. All right, cool. Gonna bring the Harvester back to hand. We get more Roots triggers. Away we go. Excellent. So here comes Tivers once more. Hit that down tick. Let's freaking go. Any hits? Adept's a hit. Overseer's a hit. Excellent. What do we got? Oh, baby, baby. Oh, opponent, where'd you go? Come on. Oh, I was just... I had more. I had more to do. But, oh, I mean, okay, it's fine. All right. Yeah, you can go one way to... Oh, I'm sure there are multiple ways, Rats, yeah. All right. What do I want to add here? I mean, Anoint, probably? Spoder's also... Well, are Spoders? Yeah. I think the Spoders are fine. Let's try this. All right. Let's keep it 2-2. Ban all magic cards? Fair. Oh. All right. Fuck not for being non-deterministic. It's no problem. Almost, it's so funny you say that. I completely agree. Nadu. I just keep one close by. It's my emotional support, Nadu. There's actually a commander deck. I'm probably gonna put that in. It was a random pull that I just happened to get. And I was like, well, all right, I might as well own this now. But exactly, yeah, not just completely ridiculous and stupid, and we all hate it. But Roots is like totally cool and gets a pass. It's like, wait a minute, what's a double standard? I don't understand. So Cankerbloom unfortunately doesn't trigger the Gorehound, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's fine. Nah, don't. Yeah, Bio, that's exactly it. How about nah, don't? Hey, that's a Paw Patch formation that's not hitting an Insidious Roots copy. Fantastic. All right. Plotting the Pillage. For the record, I like Paw Patch formation. I think that card is actually pretty damn strong. Pillage me, baby. I'll rock redundant Tyvars. I'm not too good for this. All right. Okay, that's a bit much. Calm it down, top decks. I know you like Tyvar. I do too. Tyvar's great. Big fan. But like, for real, you need to chill. You need to chill, dog. Okay. Let's get our surveil on. Oh. Love it, love it. Want more of it. Feels good. Another Preacher? Sure. And attack a Planeswalker, therefore it doesn't trigger. Which is cool by me. Time to begin the rooting and tooting procedure. Amazing. Amazing. Let's dig 10 deep. What do we find? We got another Tyvar still in our hand. I like my Gorehounds. Gorehounds seem decent. %95 positive we have it here. All right. So else your food arrived? Hell yeah. And bio, cheers. You've ordered too much food when it comes to box. Or maybe that just means you've ordered just enough food. That's my read on that. Sounds to me like you got enough food. We got an adept in the yard. We got double adepts in the yard. And I'm sure I know what our opponent's thinking. It's like, but wait, you don't have Tyvar down. Now you can't use that ability. Oh no, if only there was some way where that could be a non-factor. Oh, I can't activate it yet. Damn. All right. Gosh. Okay. And let's go ahead and eat the Cankerbloom here. Triggers and triggers with the side of triggers. Also some triggers. And then while we're at it, let's also get some triggers. Yeah, I can't help but notice that your stuff has... yeah, okay. Fair. Can't help but notice that they have Death Touch. I don't care. Yep. So it's important to find, like, and this deck, the play pattern just makes me really happy. Like, I just really enjoy the loop. Like, I love putting this combo together. It just makes me really happy. Being aware of what's in my deck, being aware of what cards I could draw into, knowing what the graveyard is looking like. You know, I don't know, that kind of sequencing and that kind of, like, preemptive game plan just makes me really happy. And so... That's why, you know, I'm jamming this real hard. But I get that kind of thing isn't for everybody, and that's okay. All right. You like mid-range late game decks? Honestly, the green-black, the rock the deck that people are rocking right now, the green-black deck, is very strong. Like, the version that we're running is kind of a silly combo build. The more traditional one using Glissa and Shelled Red is excellent. Like, it's an excellent mid-range list. It's one of the best mid-range builds that's out there right now. I don't think I'm blowing up anybody's spot by saying that. Oh shit. Second copy of Roots. I'm just running that right out. Some form of white control could be good right now. It could be, yeah. It absolutely could be. Okay. I'm gonna enjoy this for the 2 seconds before temporary lockdown drops. If our opponent has the temporary lockdown, because a lot of the time people are running 4 temporary lockdowns in the main in those domain lists, and that's what this is. Name Dragon, Niv. Okay. That is very good. Rusty. Give me the goods. I'm gonna put that away. Let's keep surveilling. Put that away too. And get him for the one with Menace. All right. He looks normalized, etc. Yeah, almost that's what our opponent's doing. They're using Cornucopia to really good effect. Surely no Sunfall. Maybe no Sunfall. All right. Honestly, we're good on all of our colors, but I'll grab a Schwamp. Okay. So by the deck, love to hate uses Lantern Control. Honestly, I don't love. I gotta be honest. I really don't like playing against elf decks. Like I know that's like sacrilege to say because I appreciate their place in history, in the game. But it's just like the green go wide decks. Like if a deck if Crater of Behemoth is your primary win condition, I've just seen it 1,000 times, and I'm no longer impressed by it, you know? Is that me being a little bit of a hipster D-bag? A little, yeah, but it's real. I can't deny it. Go Copper, you can craft wildcards to have fun. You can. You are allowed to do that. You are allowed to enjoy yourself when you're playing Arena, believe it or not. Okay, let's go for monocolor. That is muy problematic. Hello. All right. Actually, who am I kidding? Full send. Let's go. Yeah, you're gonna block the biggest plant. That makes sense. The rest is coming on in. Already says otherwise. Oh no. I showed you my behemoth. Please respond. Oh my goodness. Sure. Yeah, if we twist wallets, that is Arena's whole thing. Is a lot of wallet twisting. That's accurate. All right. Well. Here we go. I need to find a Tyvar. We surveil till Tyvar. That's the piece we're missing right now. There's only one trigger here, but we do get 2 surveils. Keep it all moving forever. Great. Cool. More surveils. Tivers. In full control. That one's been around. We get to use it immediately. Let us effing go. All right. Perfection. Grip it and rip it.
We can win.
More Gorehounds. More Gorehounds. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, wait, there's a freaking Tyvar on top? I didn't even realize that. I don't mind if I do. There it is. Seeking thrills, baby. All right. We already have a second Tyvar in hand. I would love to find another Roots. That would be great. Because we have only found one of those somehow so far. Which is a little bit of a bummer, if I'm honest. But, you know, it's fine. Yep, I know. Chill out. All right. Osteomancer already fizz 5 cents. Hey, I'm telling you guys. I didn't mean to boost it, but, you know. If boosting it occurred, well, here we are. Rusty! Yes. Yes, with a side of yes. Rutstein there does the job for us. Because we bring out Rusty. Yup. And that brings the Thrillseeker back to our hand.
Hope flickers bright, packs cracked with glee, foes drop perfection, while we drown in the sea. Gold spent, a fool's quest, victory's sting, in magic's grasp, forever we swing.
Let's go. That's lovely. Go Cowper, thank you for the poems. Appreciate that. All right, we're down to 5 cards. Gonna keep this one. And it's gonna bring back the Thrillseeker to our hand. We then play the Thrillseeker. Back up our first biggest plant. Sacrifice the Thrillseeker to deface. Bring it back. Backing up our second biggest plant. Oh, nice. All right. So this one already has it. This one does now too. Ding. All right. Oh, and it was enough so that even the second biggest one is still Xaxes. All right, tight. Hey, you know what? A little bit of ChatGPT action. I see no problem with this. Maybe I should, but I don't. All right. The roots are on fire. Brokeback, you know it. Or sorry, Broken Machine. Sorry, I got mixed up with another viewer. Broken Machine, yes, they are. It's great. You love this kind of magic? Me too. Dropping the planties, baby. Oh yeah, planty dropping. Haywire Mite is absolutely coming in. Like, for sure, big time. Big time. The time is big for the Haywire Mite. Let's do it. Because they have the cornucopias. I'm guessing they have lockdowns. If they didn't, they do now. And leyline binding is probably a thing too. They're probably doing the leyline binding up the beanstalk maneuver. So just being ready for that, I think, is important. Well, yeah. Oh, so much planty dropping. I love it. We're on the draw. We've got the Mavericks. We're going to see a lot of cards. Hopefully we can set up some lands. Honestly, the keep there being so snappy was maybe a little ambitious, a little hopeful.
I haven't learned a thing.
Blooming Marsh off the top. Let's go. All right, perfect. Perfect. And another Blooming Marsh, followed by the Haywire Mite that I am looking forward to seeing. So yeah, let's do that. Feeling good.
I'm that Supreme Court lady, and you
And you fucking did it. It's so true. You did. You sure did. Dust Roots in the house. Schlappity schlaps. Let's freaking go. Feels so good. No cornucopia? Bummer. I was really looking forward to blowing up your cornucopia. They put 2 Nivs away? Interesting. Maybe they're stuck on land? Hey, go Copper with that cheer. Thank you, my friend. You rock. I do appreciate
Roots
it.
ablaze with might. From graveyard's fertile ground, plants rise, fiery fight.
I like it. I like it. Let's be real. The Mite's going to blow out that leyline binding. Like, that's just how this is going to work. But I'm going to wait. Because who knows? Maybe if they throw a temporary lockdown, I'm going to need to target that first, which is a little annoying, but it'll be fine. Because otherwise... Actually, no, I wouldn't. Some copium. Cornucopium. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I would like my... I would really like my roots back. So right now, our opponent is kind of low on gas. I would really like to take advantage of that.
We're in this together.
Bring back the Haywire Mite and immediately pop the Beanstalk. I do not want them drawing any more cards off of that. That is not allowed. Pop, pop. And the Haywire Mite is back in the yard, so Rutstein is going to be able to pull it back, drop it, pop it again next turn. I'm liking our setup very much. Temp Lockdown. That's a powerful effect. It sucks a lot. I will be able to deal with it, though. Like, Mites and mites with some mites, then mites. And then some mites with some mites, then some mites and mites. Then while we're at it, we got mites and mites with some mites and then mites. You know, I was happy with my top deck, but this will be worth it, I think. All right. Let's cut off the life gain while we can, because fuck it, why not? All right, cool, cool, cool. I do miss the, I'd miss my roots, I do. But this will be worth it, I think. Okay. I could crack that to bring something back, but... Oh, you know what? I know what I'm doing. Bring back the Overseer and immediately cracking it. Whoop. And let's bring the Mite back and just keep it up. Hey. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. I love this Roots deck. I absolutely love this freaking Roots deck. I can't get enough of this. Return Roots from the graveyard start set? No, it does not. If Insidious Roots finds its way into the graveyard, we're just out of luck. Yep.
We can do this all day.
Okey-doke. Yeah, Trax is problematic, but that's nothing new. But actually, we have the Skyfisher Spider in the graveyard. Tyvar can downtick, fill our yard, and the Adept can bring it back, and we can pop her. So it'll be all right. They're gonna hit the duress and see that Rutstein is the thing I have in hand. Yep. We could actually just drop Rutstein and go grab Spider that way. That's an option. I'd rather hit the down tick though. Let's see what we find. I should have full controlled that so I could have drawn a card, but it doesn't matter. We got it. Good game, opponent. Boom, baby. All right. Skyfisher Spider for the win. Let's go. And honestly, the Mite. The Haywire Mite just freaking carried that game for us. That's what's up. All right, ET, go boom. You're up. Let's do this thing. You and me, you're my final boss. I think I can work with this. Actually, I know I can work with this. Whether it's going to actually get us there or not, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, some other areas are better. Okay, rock on. Glad to hear that you're being particular in your AI consumption. That's right, Mabel. You and me, we got this. Well, that's a thing. I'm not going to not drop Roots right away. Yeah, in game one, the amount of hand hate that we are going up against far surpasses the amount of enchantment removal that we see in game one. Games 2 and 3, different story. But game one, I'm just going to stick this because I think it is safer on the battlefield than it is in my hand. All right. Maybe it, with their maybe. Yeah. Yeah, it's the turn 2 lethal hand. Yeah, it's... got potential. This hand might get us there. All right. Up on white. I'm really liking this. I like our chances. Kind of a lot. Okie doke. So many Gorehounds. So many Gorehounds. Honestly, going this hard on the Gorehound is a little bit of a risk because there is the, I think it's what, Legions to Ashes or whatever, the 3-drop Orzhov card that can exile all cards of a certain name. So that's a thing. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we needed a 3rd land. Yep. But now that we got it, we get to do this. Osteo. Unfortunately, we're not hitting any of our yeah, any of the things and stuff. This is super risky, just going for it. Probably shouldn't. Except for the probably part, I 100% should not. All right. I think we've run out of gas, but I think we're good. Hey, Snarling, what up? You missed the spell slinging? Oh no, but we're here. We're still here. We're still doing the thing. Don't you worry. Yeah, lockdown would kind of ruin our day, but I mean, anything else? Yeah, Legions to Ash on the roots? That's fine. So they did have Legions to Ash. 7, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. Descend it. Call it good. Boom. Inch to the side. Oh, God, dude. Oh, yeah. Stago. Yeah, what is this? Turn 3 ridiculous. It was turn 4. I missed 1 land drop, but, you know, that was turn 4. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm going to bring in the Haywire Mites because I'm assuming... I'm assuming that they have lockdowns and other hate pieces, so I'm just gonna be ready. Let's rock it out. Yeah, Legion Dash is pretty decent. Exile target non-land permanent, and all tokens that player controls with the same name. They could have wait, Legion Dash, they could have hit the plants. They could have hit the plants. That would have totally, or no, it's all, yeah, it's all tokens with the same name. So, oh, that on the Gorehound wouldn't have done the job. Okay. But yeah, if I were them, I would have hit the plant because that would have, I mean, I would still would have had my engine. I would have been able to keep churning, but I would have slowed, it would have slowed me down and I wouldn't have had lethal right away. They would have bought a turn. Yeah, they were worried about dismantling my engine, and as a result, they just died to the lethal on board, which is fine. I'm going to let my opponents do that whenever they want. If you would rather just die to the things that I'm doing, that's great. Do your thing. Yep. Yeah, die this turn or maybe die next turn. Exactly. Well, and it's funny you say that because yes, there are so many decisions where you find yourself thinking, okay, if I do this, maybe I'll be able to survive to the later game. When in fact, like the best players, they look at what's going to get me to turn, what's going to get me to the next turn, like what's going to get me to the next turn. That's playing to your outs, right? If you have lethal on board, if they have a clear line to kill you, and you have some way to slow that down, even if you have to give up a ton of resources that are incredibly valuable, you still just gotta do it. It's just what you know. It kind of sucks, but it's what needs to happen sometimes. Duress, no hits. Enjoy. And then I draw into a hit. Let's go. And Yadrian, hello, hello. We're just playing for your Magic Arena collection. Oh, yeah. Not spending any gold on Bloomburrow packs or drafts and keep everything to buy Duskmourn and draft. Ooh, okay. Hey, if you think Duskmourn is going to be more fun for you, if you're going to enjoy that more, then that's a great plan. I like it. Maybe buy the Mastery Pass. I do recommend, if you're playing a lot, I recommend the Mastery Passes. They're almost always, well, if you max them out, they are worth it every time. Yeah, if you play a lot of Arena, the Mastery Passes are absolutely worth it. You're going to throat my Gorehound? Sure. Get after it, dog. Okay. About to pick up a Tivers. All right. Go Cowper, thank you for all the cheers. Appreciate you, friend. All right.
Hotel Arena, a gilded snare, noxious revival, trapped in despair. A Phyrexian arena drains life's essence, doomed necromancer, no convalescence.
I love it. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna pay for Tyvar, and I'm just gonna. They're not putting any pressure on the board here. If they want to get rid of Tivers, they're gonna have to get rid of Tivers. I know it is. Johnny, I agree. It's pretty intense. Like the circus fire. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that cash, baby. Woof. Fucking woof. All right.
I'm that Supreme Court lady, and you fucking did it.
Precisely. Well, screw it. Let's see. Spin into almost nothing. Not quite nothing, but it's almost nothing. All right. All right. Yeah, and Haiku, thank you for that. Appreciate you. Yeah, the Mastery Passes, they're quality. The Mastery Pass is pretty, is generally worth it. Me, I guess. Okay, cool. Yeah. We've seen a lot of cards. Where are my roots at? We need to go back to our roots. The new system's weird? How so? I think it's, I thought it was pretty solid and pretty straightforward. I could be wrong. I usually am. That Preacher is problematic for me. So yeah, they don't get to draw here. And I am willing to double tap it. Chance of me getting blown out here, pretty damn good. But I'm just going to do the thing. If I have to next turn, I can drop Tyvar, reanimate one of the three 3/2s, and then Maverick on top of it. That's an option. All right. Third opponent, what's next? Oregon's got an update job? Nice. Ooh. Ooh. Excellent. So Rusty's coming down. And Rutstein is going to go grab the other Rutstein, is how I'm going to do this. Because the 3/2 stats on board is meaningful. It's already decent. Oh, we got 2 today? Interesting. Might break more things. Maybe it'll fix things. Maybe. Someday. All right. Yeah, I'm looping Rusty's. And I want to boost this Rutstein so that if the Fortress comes over, he can kill it. That's my thought. Okay. Okay. Rocking out a treasure token. Kuzia, thank you so much for that follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you everybody for being here. You're amazing. All right. Drawing cards, doing things. Sure. Hey, don't touch. Hey, you're hovering my stuff. I don't like it when you hover my stuff. Don't hover my stuff, dude. Don't do it. All right. Trying to still see the screen here. You are allowed to attack. I will not stop you from attacking. I promise. If that's what you want to do, it's your thing. Do what you want to do. What squirrels are... So we have the Bonecache homie, and that's it. You know what I'm gonna do? Drop it on tap. I'm gonna take it easy. Put my feet up. Yeah, that's another Bacterial Luna. It's true. Nothing shows more trust than that. That makes sense. Yeah. No, she and I've been through a lot. She knows I've got her back. She knows I'm gonna help her. Yep. Don't flick kitty's ear. Absolutely not. Yeah, of course not. I would never do that. She would hate it. I don't actually have an urge to do that. Scratch the back of the head, little scritches, kind of get behind the ear, get under the jaw. I'm all for that. Yeah, I'll do that all day. Yeah, pat her back. I'll do that. I got that. Chalet. Sure. Osteo Adept. Okay, cool. Amazing. Amazing. We don't have the roots, but we got pretty much everything else. And because we don't have the roots, I don't need to worry about exiling critters at this point. We can just get rid of all the lands. Yeah, don't flick animals. Good advice. Yeah. I'm inclined to agree with that. Just in general, don't flick animals. No arguments for me on that one. You know what? We do have another Gorehound, but until we get a roots down, yeah, a lot of this isn't going to be worth anything. Fart piss balls. All right. I'm doing this to save mana because once we actually do find the roots, I want to be able to play it. But we're 33 cards deep into this deck and we haven't found a 4 of roots. To which I say, hey, top decks, fuck you too. Jeez. All right. Hey, chill, Mass, what up? We have seen so many cards. We've seen 36 cards. We have seen 36 cards. Not a single one of them has been our 4 of Insidious Roots. This is a nightmare game, completely and totally. Well, like, at this point, even once we find our shit, we've gone through so many cards. We've done so much. We're gonna run out of runway. We're not even gonna be able to really execute the combo. 38 cards. There it is. No, I can't exit. Yeah, whatever. All right. Need that activated. Going full control. Crack this. Shelly's gonna get a trigger. Yep. Gorehound drops. Shelly blasts. Then tap the Death Toucher.
Take my hand.
So in the bottom 21 cards, we have 3 more copies of Roots. All right. Trill Minds, we're going to wait on some quotes. You want to trade jobs for a minute? You know, I appreciate the offer. I'm going to pass on that, but thank you. Thank you for the offer. All right. All right. You make plants, Lupin Rutstein, even though it's not, it is an infinite mana. That's true. That is an option, which could be fine. Hey, and someone, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I mean, depending on, okay, so one of them's a land. So they have the 2 fountain ports, like, which isn't bad. Hey, Grid House, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Rocking out a treasure. Sure. If they were going to sacrifice the token immediately, the fish would have been cheaper. I might have recommended the fish. All right. Roots me, baby. All right. Time to begin rooting around in our things. I'm gonna put in some damage here. Okay. Because we have the Thrillseeker in the yard. So this is probably gonna mill 2 copies of Roots. Miraculously, it doesn't. Wow. How many Gorehounds? We have 3 Gorehounds. Yeah, let's grab the Overseer. All right. Put it away. 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 Are our other 3 copies in the bottom 10 cards? That is certainly how it appears. Which is definitely interesting. All right. Bottom 10, bottom 9. Bottom 7. There's one. Gimme. Last 2 are in the bottom 5. You'll love to see it. Not really. It's actually like hella annoying, but whatever. It's fine. Pick them up. Pick them all up. All right. Two cards left. Haywire Mite is literally free. Here we go. And they throw out the backup target. If they do, I'm not even going to be mad. That's a lie. I'm going to be furious. But, you know, hey. It is what it is. Hey, Malted One, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. All right. It looks like they could, I mean, they can probably see what we're doing. Like, yeah, the last roots is the bottom card, literally, yeah. It was the root of the deck, indeed. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play Rutstein. And have Rutstein bring the Thrillseeker back to hand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Rutsteining that so that the Thrillseeker does not have a finality counter on it. So we can loop it if need be. Yeah. A root canal, indeed. You could say that. Boom. And just like that, we get to watch this, which is always fun. Kuzia, thank you. Yes. We did it, everybody. At the 8th of the month, which that's, for me, that's actually really quick. This deck just, my God, this deck's legit. I love this. I love this deck so much.
I'm that Supreme Court lady, and you fucking did it.
I love that sounder. I'm so glad we're getting so much of those. All right, tight. Oh, Plantonio Banderas. Plantonio Banderas. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons who make this show possible. And if you enjoy these kind of deck techs for as little as $1 a month, your name can join these lovely folks. So Angry Jellyfish, Dave E, Hal, Carl, Netsash, Big Mamu, and Vance, thank you. I appreciate you. You rock. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. And thank you for making it to the end. Always an impressive feat here on the YouTubes. So go ahead and check out other videos on the channel as well. I do a lot of shorts with a businessman character that is always fun. So, you know, social media shorts, that's a fun thing, right? And I'm also streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/amhox42. See you over there. Take it easy, everybody.